What is popular and trending in 2016 to 2017? One, the world is changing so incredibly fast that 2017 could be completely different. But it seems like we're going towards that and not away from it. So, from looking at some data and some analytics of what's trending, what's popular to have as a job, social media, pretty much the entertainment industry is booming and regular jobs are dying. The only jobs that seem to keep going is the tech industry because they give us the things for social media, um, dentists, and doctors. Because those things are always going to be booming. Booming just means growing and getting more popular. Entertainment, my best suggestion for you, if you're not into social media marketing or just marketing in general, like the stock market or the bonds market or CPA marketing, which you make a lot of money from if you do it right, and you don't need a college degree to do it. There are some guys that make $100,000 a month from CPA marketing. You can check it out. I wasn't able to do it at this time. I'm going to try to do it again. Mostly because people are getting smarter with CPA ads and they know not to click on them or answer them. CPA ads are those things that say enter in your email address to win a free Apple iPod. Every time you enter your email address in that, someone makes $2. The only part that confused me on doing that was getting a landing page. I had a website, but you're supposed to make a funnel, which is a thank you page and another landing page. You got your landing page from the site, which is win a free iPod. Then you need to create your website, which shows the product, and then they can click on it, and then you want to make a thank you page. I know how to do it all, I just don't know how to create a site. All websites seem to have website builders, but this is something you need to pay a programmer to make a certain website for you so it looks nice and people buy into it. And another thing is with CPA marketing, a good way to do it is write a blog and then put the advertisement that relates to the blog inside. So when you're scrolling down, they see it. They see like enhancement pills or win a free iPod when you're reading an iPod thing. So there are things nowadays that parents and grandparents don't get really. They have the fixation in their brain, since that's what they did, that this is how the world works. But really, it isn't anymore. I try to tell them that, but they're stuck in the past. My parents aren't that old. They're almost 50. But that's not old to me. 60 to 70 and 40 to 50-year-olds, some of them know that the world has changed and how the world has changed. And some of them are stuck in their generation. See, when I leave this generation and we just change, because I know it will happen, I will always study analytics, data analysis, data charts of what is popular, so I know what to do. I love marketing, and that's why I want to go to a trade school for marketing and entrepreneurship, because I love it. It works. Investing works better than going to college. There are tons of videos pretty much of rich people on YouTube saying, and YouTube is the new television. It became the new television when it was started being owned by Google. Google is a multi-billion-dollar company. And that's why YouTube became so strict. But YouTube and entertainment is the next coming thing. If you think going to college for 8 years, well, no, a few years to become something, certain jobs are dying, while certain jobs are growing. And my mom, every time I talk to her, you should go to college and take these classes. You need them. No, all I need is basic English and basic math. Because let me tell you something, unless you're working in a job that uses math or uses English, you won't need those things. We should only be taught the skills we need for the job we want. We shouldn't learn all this bullshit that we're not going to use with the job we want. Because you hire a person. When you have a business, you hire people. If you're making a wine business, a wine industry, you are essentially needing to get a lawyer, get a I just said it, a financial person who will do all that for you. With social media marketing, sometimes I need help. I'm gonna get the new iPhone 7. Why? I never needed an iPhone, like a bigger iPhone, never, until I started getting followers on Instagram. If you get followers on Instagram, you could potentially get 50,000 people to see your ad, which will get you a shitload of money. Maybe 30 people will convert, which means they will buy the product. You just made at least $3,000 plus dollars. Followers on Instagram are important. But you can't have an art Instagram like me and give a product for a supplement. No one is going to buy it because your Instagram is about art. See, what I'm doing today is making my third Instagram. I'm going to have 3 Instagrams about art. The second Instagram is a vlog. I do vlogs on it all day. Well, pretty much. Sometimes I will, not every day. The third one, which I'm going to create, is a collective of other people's art. And then once it gets bigger, you can charge those people to put your art, their art, on your page so other people see it. I paid a guy $59 to get, he had 1.7 million followers. I mean, let that soak in. 1.7 million. Justin Bieber has like 500 million. 500 million, I'm pretty sure. But when you pay someone who has a certain amount, you can get a certain amount from just getting your art featured on their page. I know so many ways now that I've learned from the bottom to the top to social media market, just on my own. No one taught me. I learned all on my own how to do it. There's tons of ways to self-promote anything, yet people just don't put the effort into doing it. That's what drives me crazy. They can learn how to do it, but they don't put the effort. My family doesn't seem to ever see that the world is changing. I think my older sister does. My little sister slowly does, but she won't say anything. But my older sister notices the changes. No one else in my family seems to notice the changes very much. I always encourage my older sister because I want her to be successful too. Success does not come instantly. My dad especially thinks that, well, why do you only have 3,000 Instagram followers? That's not very much. The thing is, you have to do it on your own, and you'll know why it takes a while. Even with even if you have an auto liker, an auto follower, an auto unfollower, you're gonna get like 100 likes a day. I mean, 100 ads a day. Because if you don't have an auto liker, auto commenter, it's gonna take you forever to gain a following. Because you're gonna be going through Instagram, having no life. When I was doing that, I wasn't getting very many. I had pretty much fake followers that weren't commenting or anything. Another thing, if you're going to do an Instagram account and get money from it, you need to use useful hashtags. And if you want, you can download the app Tags for Likes, which shows you what tags are trending, what tags are popular. Get tags for likes. I mean, if you use a unpopular hashtag, your photo will get views over time, but the hashtag has to be relative to what's going up slowly. You can't put one that's not popular and it's going down. There's also a website called Right Tag for Twitter. Instagram is more popular than Twitter. There's a website where you can check what websites are popular. Facebook rates number 3, which surprises me. I would think it would rate number 1. I don't usually use Facebook, but I probably will start using Facebook. It's just that Instagram, sneeze, Instagram only allows your bio page, your About Me page, to only have like 140 characters. Or if you can't write a lot, the best thing you can do is sign into your Instagram online, like on a computer, and write your bio that way, because it's really hard to do on a phone. I'm giving you a lot of information that you can use. Current relative information. Even if you're antisocial and you don't want to interact with anyone, get an auto commenter. Most of the time, I'll actually interact with my followers, not with new people I want them to be my followers. It's good to still interact. I'm telling you, when you start putting the effort in to get followers, because I thought followers were retarded before I realized you can make money from them. Now I see why everyone does it. When you put the effort into doing this, you're going to want a better phone, for one thing. You're going to start wanting a better phone. This doesn't go very fast. And you're going to want what was it? I drew a blank there. You're going to want a better phone when you're starting to do this. And you will not have a life. Just saying that. You will have a life if you learn a way around to make it automate. It's just very tiring, because even if you do automate it, you have to regulate what it's doing and what times it's doing it. But it's honestly worth the output. I mean, it's been 5 months and I've made 15,000 followers. That's called determination. I can tell you now it will get to 30,000 before the next 5 months, because I've learned new ways to do it. And if you get a art sponsoring channel that has less than 1 million views, it will be cheaper for you to pay them to get your art on there. Yep. You can also use Fiverr, which I do not recommend because it's cheap traffic. I've used Fiverr before. It is unreliable internet traffic. It's cheap, like I just said, but it's unreliable. Like, you could buy backlinks, which are when someone shares your website to another website, and then another website, and then another. So if you buy backlinks on Fiverr, they're going to be dead, because the websites they're putting your website on are dead website. No one goes to them. It's a scam. So don't use Fiverr. You can if you want to. If you want to get fake traffic to look good. But algorithms exist now, which means you can't do that anymore. Google and all these websites understand what you're doing. They know what you're doing. And they know you're fake. So it won't work. You're paying essentially through the roof to get fake things that will not help you. Buy a spot on someone's Instagram that's popular, that relates to your niche, whatever you're doing, and you'll get more faster. If you have the money to do that, it works. It works. I need more water. I'm going to end this video here. I hope you have a good day today. If anything weird happens today, I'll tell all of you, because it's fun too. Do what's popular, because that will make you money. I've learned that.